This I believe.
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 This I believe. This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This, I believe, is in the questioning of life and its valuability. I am who I am. I do what I do, and I'm not ever going to do it any differently. However, I know that there is still room for adjustment of my attitude. Nonetheless, I believe in life itself. When I stand before God at the end of my life, I will hope that I will not have a single bit of talent left and could say I used everything you gave me, dear Lord, while also having the ability to lead young people in today's society that need some type of structure, to allow them to know that they can be whatever they want to be, whereas all I have to do is reach beyond the stars and they will not go wrong. We as people often sometimes sit and wonder why we go through certain things, or why insolent, immature people do certain things, or carry themselves in the type of manner that they do. But we often forget that we must realize that we cannot change something that has not even worth being changed. That's why we take life as a roller coaster ride, to take where we never know when the big drop of the biggest roller coaster will occur. While I sit praying that the dear Lord grants me with the most phenomenal wisdom to know and obtain the understanding of what I can and cannot change, or to also understand what I need or do not need. However, as life itself gives us trial after trial and tribulation after tribulation, we begin to form into the most beautiful God-given creatures ever formed on this earth. I know and understand that life is not made for everyone to be rich, but just for everyone to make it day by day. It just so happens that some folks get the better end of the bargain in life and turn out to be terrifically happy with the way that their life is going. Life is not what it seems, but it's what you make of it. It's the attempt that you make that make it just right for you. You often question why life is such a struggle to live. However, you may never find the answer, because everyone lives a different life and handles circumstances differently. It all begins when you come from the womb of a pure but yet sweet mother who swelled and had mood changes to bring you into such a life that is filled with happiness and yet so much hate. As a little girl growing up, I was often told that I should reach for the stars, or they often said that I should be a doctor, a singer, a ballerina, or a lawyer. But those same old people telling me this and that do not know that as a child growing up around elderly people, I gained wisdom of an older person, and some people will refer to growing up before your time, while knowing deep down inside me, as a little girl, that the life I questioned was the life I wanted to take head first and just explore it. Having the knowledge of knowing that I may have to face hatred and happiness, I have established the authority of knowing that this is my life, and I will live it to the fullest of my ability. In deep clarity, I realized growing up as a teenager, each man is questioned by life. He can only answer to life by answering for his own life. To life, he can only respond by being responsible, who was said by Viktor E. Frankl, and doing what best fits himself and his personality. For who is he? Once you realize who you are, I honestly believe that you just answered one question of the million that you would gain in your head as your life will continue to occur. Despite the fact that I am a black teenager struggling to make it in society, I may be little and labeled as not knowing anything or not being able to stand up on my own, and to always depend on someone as a crutch to make it. While the life that I live is limited, so I don't try to waste it living someone else's life. I was often told, don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking, or to not let the noise of others' opinions drown out my inner voice. However, the most important thing is to have courage to follow your heart and intuition, which was by Steve Jobs. Being born into a world where my mother was a teenager bearing a child, I'm labeled as a human that was a mistake, an object that wasn't meant to happen. It hurts oftentimes to sit and think that you were labeled as that, but now I know that labels are not permanent. The only way that they remain permanent is if a human being continues to stay at the bottom, like the scum on the bottom of a shoe, instead of rising to the top and being scarce. So the questioning of life and its valuability is what I believe in. But then again, now I know that my belief is what makes me the person that I am as of now and to come later in the future. So the questions will continue to come if I strengthen myself and continue to rise. My name is Jasmine Cooper, and this is what I believe.
This 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 I believe. This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.
This I believe.